we are remaining on page 23, the ellipse tool page, to continue on with our business card project. Now, if you remember, we need to go back a page, and you should have where you were up to previously saved onto this page. If not, wherever you did save it, you need to go and get it, or maybe you need to do this lesson again. I am not sure. But anyway, we need to select this. Control-C, copy to the clipboard, and go for page. Control-V, paste it down, which is the method, of course, I have been showing you to create duplicates. Now what I am going to do is simply select this while it's still selected and drag it right over near this pie shape here, because I'm going to refer to the degrees that will just help us a little bit. Select my zoom tool and zoom inside so that I can see my pie and just enough of that part of the business card right there. Okay, well, we are going to select our ellipse tool. And again, make sure Snap Objects is on. It's really important for this project, and you will see why. As I hover my mouse, the ellipse tool right over the center point, you will see that it says Edge, and as I come down, it says Node. Well, that's basically the center point where all those points are crossing. So I'm going to click, finger on Control and Shift, and I'm going to follow that line until I get all the way to that yellow-red intersection. Release my mouse in my keyboard shortcuts. As you can see, the ellipse is selected. To deselect, just click once on the page. Now we are going to do it again. Click in the middle and then Control and Shift. Now as I move along, you will see there are two midpoints. There is a midpoint right in the middle, and it snaps to it, and there is one more right there, snaps to it. For convenience, just go all the way out to the other one and then come back. The first midpoint you come to the way back, that's the one. Release. Again click Control and then snap to that first midpoint there. And of course, you are all asking the question, why are there two midpoints? Well, the reason is there are two objects, the yellow object and the red object, and it's the Snap To features recognizing the midpoint of both of those objects. I will show you another way. If I select the yellow object, notice the sizing handle there. It lines up with that ellipse right there. If I select the red object, notice the sizing handle lines up with that ellipse. That's the midpoint of those two objects. All right, we are just going to make a couple of little changes, and this one is actually really quite simple as part of project. So, Shape Tool. I will select the outer one and pull all the way around the edge there now. I only want an arc, so I am drawing on the outside. Snap to that intersection and then pull all the way back around to the bottom there, and then snaps to that intersection. Make sure that the note of the Shape Tool stays on the outside, so we have an arc and not a pie. We are going to leave that circle and come to the inner circle, and I'm going to type the value that I want. I just wanted to fit in this quadrant here, which is the exact same as the blue section, so 180 to 270. So let's just type it. 180 tab 270. Hit enter, and we want to make sure we select high, and I'm going to give that a blue color fill, which is actually cyan, and then I'm going to select the next circle and give that the first gray. Okay, we call that 10% gray. See how this is key 10, so 10% black, and that's really all the rest of this project. F4, zoom back out, take out a pop. We will pop it back in the middle of the page so it looks nice and neat. Examine your design. Make sure it looks the same as the design down the bottom here, or at least fairly similar. There probably are some differences, but that doesn't matter. It looks fairly close to me. Well, what we need to do now is save this, so come up and click Save. So that makes sure that this portion of the project is saved, and then we'll move on to our next lesson.